so let's act. The only reason you're watching this video is because I made the choice to act upon my idea. It seems obvious, but I could have just let it stay an idea, hoping that every time I thought about it, it would give me the motivation to actually make the video. But as I've learned, nothing comes out of that. I actually tried to film this video 2 days ago, and I successfully did, until I had a better idea on how I wanted to execute the video you're currently watching. And it all started with me following my dream. Literally. Before I share my dream though, I have to share what happened right before I went to bed. I was reading a book called Living with Joy. I felt called to pick up a random page in the book and use it as a message I needed to hear. The chapter was titled Quantum Leap, and the page I opened up to read this: "Your soul often speaks to you through your emotions by giving you a feeling or an urge to do something that will lead to accomplishing your goals or illustrate to you something you have been wanting. When you experience strong feelings and urges to do something, it is important to act upon them. Your mind may make up reasons why you shouldn't follow an urge, for your mind follows the familiar programs it knows. Your innermost urges come from your soul, which has a much broader picture of your higher good and knows ways to bring it to you that your mind cannot even conceive of. Your heart and feelings often lead you in directions your mind cannot anticipate. Make a decision, as you take a quantum leap, to follow your inner guidance and the urges of your feelings, your heart, and your soul. Let your mind have the role of setting a goal or clear intention and make the decision to accomplish it. Then your soul can go out in all directions and make you magnetic to the people, coincidences, and events that create what you want. This happens beyond the level of the mind. You need to follow your inner urgings, higher guidance, and heart to join this flow." This was the last thing I read before bed. After I put the book down, I closed my eyes and verbally spoke out to my soul. "Soul, I want to feel even more freedom. I want to expand my capacity to feel freedom, and I welcome in any opportunities and experiences that allow me to feel so." Now, when I said this, a big part of what I had in mind was money, but it's not the actual money that I want. Rather, it's the feeling I want that comes from having this money, to create all the art projects my soul desires, to enjoy the things in this material world that matches my inner abundance, and to share these creations, this abundance, this love, with humanity and the people I love. Anyway, as I fell into a deep slumber, I dreamt that my best friend was encouraging me to wake up. She was turning on all the lights in my room so I would get out of my bed. In my dream, it was around 5 a.m. My friend is someone who inspires me to get an early start to my day, and she recommended me the book 5 a.m. Club, so it made sense. Not that dreams really make sense anyway, but this one was apparent. She also then morphed into my mom, who coincidentally just the day before texted me saying how she woke up before 6 a.m. and how great she felt when doing so. Also, this is not a video encouraging or promoting trying to start your day earlier. This is just the dream that I had, and we all have different bodily clocks and schedules that work for us. Anyway, back to the dream. I kept telling my friend I was going back to bed and would wake up later. But since all the lights in my room were on, I couldn't fall back asleep and I decided to get up. And then I actually woke up. In real life. I checked the time and it just so happened to be 5:01 a.m. At first, I didn't take my dream seriously and was like, no way I'm getting up. I went back under my sheets, but for the life of me, I couldn't fall back asleep. I was tossing and turning for about half an hour. And suddenly, I got the most seemingly random burst of inspiration. This strong urge to just get out of bed, go to the beach, and film a video. And I did exactly what my urge wanted me to do. I acted on the inspiration, drove to the beach, recorded the video, and enjoyed a nice swim in the ocean. It was like there was no thought behind it all, just purely allowing my body to guide me the whole time. This action-forward behavior is completely foreign to me. My whole life, I have very rarely ever been one to follow through with anything. But I believe when I connected and communicated so deeply with my soul that night, my soul arranged for me a dream that would force me to wake up, give me a strong urge, and then propel me to action. It wasn't until, as I'm sharing all this, I realized I essentially quantum leaped like the book was talking about. I shifted into a timeline of a higher and more expansive version of myself. And I was happy with how the original video turned out until I got home. I got another surge of ideas on how I felt I could tell this story better. At first I grappled with discerning if this was just my perfectionist tendencies kicking in, thinking that what I do is never enough. But this urge was different. This one felt like it was coming from a secure place, encouraging me to utilize the potential of this idea. I could have just been upset that I wasted my time waking up at 5 a.m., going to the beach to record a video that I wouldn't even end up using. I could have been discouraged. But I realized I had just had to show myself that I am capable of doing something radically different than what I'm used to. It's not that I need to wake up before the sun rises every day, because honestly that's not what my body needs right now, but my brain just needed proof that I am someone who follows through with action. And from there, it allowed more fruitful ideas to blossom. And so here I am, and here you are, watching this video. All because I had a strong desire to create something, anything. So know this, the motivation will only come after the action. You cannot rely solely on inspiration to motivate you. I'm sure you all have felt at some point in your life an idea that lit up your whole being and excited your entire heart. How many times have you actually acted on them? Maybe you convinced yourself that you weren't feeling enough motivation to follow through with it, and that you should wait until there was a better time. Maybe you convinced yourself it was silly and unattainable. But how would you know if you never even tried? The next time you get that urge, that feeling, listen to your body's guidance, get out of the mind, and follow the pull, one foot in front of the other. So yeah, creating makes me feel so very free. It is one of the constant things in my life that I get to choose for myself. By drawing, writing poetry, playing music, and making this video, I entirely expanded my capacity to feel freedom. What makes you feel free in this life?